We are live. What's up, you guys? Okay, so this has been a only of about like 30, 40 minutes, but this is a live stream that has been coming for a while. I should also be on tonight. Just depends how I feel. Um Truly lately I've been basing everything off of feeling, how I feel, um and it has really just changed my life, changed my energy lately. So let's get into some sound healing. Oh wow, this bowl's being that's so weird. There we go. Okay, so I wanted to come on here today to really just talk about fate and destiny, the true self. Because for myself, you guys, I was teaching this stuff for a long time. And I want to say that I was teaching this stuff up until the point that I started to manifest. And at some point I thought my path was going to be this. I thought it was going to be that. I was always shown who I was meant to be, but I was never accepting that that greater reality. I was never I was never accepting my true self, my true will, you could say. And actually it wasn't until I started to accept that I started to understand that you have to walk the path. You have to walk the path that's most meant for you, and you have to follow the vision. That if you're not following the vision, the one that was laid out for you, the one that was most meant, then you're never going to be where you're supposed to be. You're never going to end up where you were meant to be led, right? Because this journey is all showing you something. See, now what it's showing you is determined by you. It's determined by where you came from, where you feel you're going, and as well who you're meant to be. These are all indicators of the journey, of the path. So, give me 1 second, you guys. I'm gonna link this stream. Hmm. Hey, what's up, Marzocco? What's up, family? Hey, um, yo, good to see you. Honestly, whoever is has been led here, you guys have been called. I'm gonna be getting back into streaming more often now. Today was, in a sense, I've just been learning a lot of things, and I thought I might as well just express them. Today, I'm training at the gym, very burning. Oh, bro, most F off, bro. Especially the core. You know what I'm saying? Especially the core. Hey, have a beautiful gym session. It's actually funny that you say that because every time right before I'm about to go to the gym, I'll start to see other occultists also streaming, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I might go for a silent gym session. But then you know what? Why not watch their stuff? And even when I'm working out, I might start listening to it. And exercise is definitely a part of your true will, because the more that you exercise, you're stimulating your nervous system, right? And the more that you stimulate your nervous system, the more that you clear and cleanse that your vessel. That's actually something that's been a heavy something on my mind lately, is that I know a lot of people that are conscious. I know a lot of people that are very spiritual. They're really good at magic. They're really good at ritual. They can tap into higher states of consciousness, awareness, like it's nothing, right? But then it's their body. They haven't went to the gym. They haven't exercised. It's usually the body that is the limiting factor to a lot of people's spiritual growth, to their ascent, right? Because they're only looking at the spiritual aspect or the magic aspect. But even magic is like Hecate. Hecate is a goddess, but Hecate is also the magic that flows through all of us. So it's about using that Heka, that magic, that energy to evolve your body, right? So don't let your body corrode. Continue to exercise, continue to meditate, continue to embrace the journey as if it was a dojo. Life is a dojo. Life is all about training you guys, right? Training you guys, and the comma that um and that's what I've been pretty much doing lately as well. Is just I've been training a lot. But let's see who's here. Guys, feel free to ask questions as well. I'd really like, if anyone, people have been coming to me for consultations, and if anybody has, like, something they're going through, like, let's definitely talk about that. What's up, Void Tripper? What's up, fam? Um, Melik Taku, what's up, brother? Atanu, okay, hello, Atanu. I agree. I was guilty of doing that exercise. Cat face, that's what's up. But yeah, so even Marzocco, like you guys, go check out Marzocco's page for fitness motivation. That dude, like, literally has been working on his temple. And Marzocco, that might be literally your path, is to be, I'm not saying like just a bodybuilder, right? But to be someone that's meant to push the limitations of themselves, and as well show others through their exercise, right? Like some people might show off their body and they think, oh, it's an ego flex or this and that. It's like, no, you're showing people that, like, damn, like, we can achieve that, right? We can accomplish that. So dude, continue with your work, your true will, you could say, unless you feel maybe it's something else. um but as well, like, let's talk about fate and destiny, you guys. What do you feel that your fate is? What do you feel that your destiny is? Where does your fate lie? Where are you meant to be? Who are you meant to become? What are you meant to achieve? Right? These are all things that you should be asking yourself. These are all things that you should be questioning yourself. You should be trying to collect as much. I like I like Luke Belmar's way of saying it, data sets, right? It was already an original term, but data sets. Try to collect as many data sets on yourself, understand and know thyself, who you're meant to be, the vision in which you desire. As I say that, there's some chaos going on in the background. The vision that you desire, right? The grand vision of your plan. What do you see? Because it's going to be that vision. I pondered a long time on, is it, do we have to become the character that fulfills this grand vision, our magnum opus in which we're meant to achieve, or is it about seeing the magnum opus, seeing the end result of that which you wish to achieve, and then from seeing the end result you have the picture and the narrative to then walk into that reality by embodying that self. But you first have to have the vision. You must fund this vision with time, with energy, persistence, money, effort. If you wish to fulfill your vision, if you wish to become your greatest version, you're going to have to invest in that timeline. You're going to have to invest in that being, more so rather shift into that reality, shift into that timeline. It's not trying to pull that timeline here, but instead shifting into it. Do you notice when I say shift, the energy? All all being enlightened is a mere shift in perception of you didn't know yourself and now you know yourself, right? To be in alignment with the timeline where you have most fulfilled that which you desire, right? You became a boss, you became a G, right? You got the six pack, you started to eat healthy, you built a business for yourself that you love, you created a life that you love living. All of this was achieved from your vision. All of this was achieved from your goals, that you set goals for yourself and you went out and you fulfilled them, right? That is how you embrace your destiny. Because destiny isn't set in stone. Fate, I think that fate is set in stone. But destiny is using your fate is what you were born with to do. But I think that your destiny is the course correction device, the tool in which you use to navigate yourself and shift to that desired reality. Because you might be so far away or unaligned from who you were truly meant to be that maybe you need to course correct into that version of yourself, right? For myself, and we'll look at questions, or we'll look at chat in a minute. For myself, I'm truly meant to be a rapper. That no matter where I go, what I do, if I make money in different ways, if I'm enlightening people through my YouTube consciousness, things like that, at the end of the day, rapping is the one thing that comes the easiest to me. Rapping, rhyming, music, writing songs. I'll play a beat, and in within that whole beat, I freestyled and made a song. Then after that song, I'll literally look at where I messed up, what I need to redo, and I can pretty much go back and film a whole nother song. And now I know people that it would take hours to write music. They couldn't freestyle, they couldn't do it, right? So it's a skill that I have within myself that I didn't think I could fully achieve in the beginning, right? I didn't think, oh, market this and put it out and do all these things. I wasn't thinking that way. I just love to do music. Your true will is the one thing that you always do every day and you love to do. You might not even know why, but you just do it. It just feels effortless. It just feels flowing. That is your destiny. That is what you are meant to do. That is not exactly the full grand scheme big picture, but it's at least the conduit in which you will achieve your destiny. So look in your reality. Try to find that one thing that you do better than everyone else because you're meant to do it, right? And that's how you know your niche. Niche. Frederick Nietzsche. Niche. That's how you know your niche though. Because the more that you know your niche, the more you know yourself, you know your niche, you know where you're meant to go. That's how we start to gain puzzle pieces towards the vision. So let's keep looking at. Marzako said, absolutely. Muscles, that's my boy. Especially if you get gutter slush says, especially if you get creative. If you are a creative or a god, a deified being, you have to actually go about the creative path and make money in other ways that isn't a 9 to 5. Some of us literally, you might be have to work a 9 to 5. You might be at a 9 to 5, right? But you're not meant to, and it actually can even take away from your purpose, your destiny, right? Not everyone wants to hear that. Oh, my 9 to 5 can interfere with my destiny. It's like, yeah, when you sign a contract to a corporation, just like when you sign a contract to a deity, a normal person, a being, right? You're stating, I will do this. So you've actually now shifted into the timeline where you're working that job. I'm sure that you guys have seen this with McDonald's and certain, no disrespect to anybody, and I'm grateful for everybody that does work those jobs, right? Not everybody's real on top of that. So like the NPCs, they're meant for the NPC jobs. Like if you know you have a soul, why wouldn't you embrace the full limitless nature of your soul and go use all of that soul energy instead of working for someone else for 10 years, 20 years? Use all of your soul energy to build a business. And then most people literally don't want to build a business, not because they don't think they can um build a business or selling, be a seller for someone else. That's okay too. It's an easy job, right? But not many people want to build a business because they're like, oh, but taxes. What if I make all this money? You just said, what if I make all of this money? Figure out the taxes afterwards. You don't actually have to report taxes until you make over 20K a month, right? So make slide under the table, build a business, make 10K a month, and then you're good for like at least a year. You racked up 100K, and so yeah, you need to pay taxes. You made 100K, right? So sometimes people will do things that limit themselves because again, they just don't believe in themselves, right? Or they think that there's limiting factors or variables. But the only limiting factor at the end of the day is you, is what you choose to believe, what you choose to perceive, and who you choose to become. Also, who you associate with, that will determine the outcome of the vision and the narrative. You need to find other like minded individuals just like yourself and network with them. Talk, just talk to other people, try to gain things, right? Gain things in the way that you also give value to other people, and they will bring you into their network, and then through your network, that's how you actually rise a lot faster, right? I've actually noticed, like, I used to think, oh, you have to pay money for everything, and then I started to realize that if you have value in some way, doors will be opened for you that you never would have thought otherwise, right? So I started to actually film music videos for different artists. I started to do social media for different people in general, and I started to develop a network that I never thought I would gain things from, right? But the more, and this makes sense because I was someone always giving value, but then I never took. So when I needed things myself, I helped so many people out that I was able to ask for things in return. And then that's also how I grew myself so much faster, was through networking. First I built myself up, then I started to build up my channels, my YouTube, all that stuff, and then I started to network. And this is actually, I'll probably be talking about this more in the next live stream, whenever it might be, but I'll be giving you guys data sets that will help you to cut through the narrative of reality at a very fast pace. And it's not going to be how you think it is, right? But it's going to be what I've been using myself lately to understand, let's call it the matrix, right? Because I was someone that, my life has quantumly evolved and shifted since getting to Thamael. Life is not what I perceived it to be at all, and I'm starting to understand the occult nature of society, right? Why most people cannot see the occult. And that even ties into money. A lot of people's perception around money is actually what's limiting them spiritually. And it's because we attach, and these are the things that I've been really researching. I've been trying to understand the nature of this game, right? This game that we call life. And the more that I understand the game, I start to understand it's just as Neville Goddard says, right? He says that we live in the land of Caesar. And my friend Super G, also shout out to Super G. I don't know if he's here, but Super G was telling me that you can't play the game by the rules of Caesar. No, instead you have to create a game of your own. But how can you create a game if you don't understand the rules? It's the same thing on the quantum level, the spiritual level, with universal laws. There's universal laws that govern this existence, right? So, although we are intensely powerful and magical beings, that if you don't understand how these universal laws coincide with this reality, you're not going to understand how this game is played, because this game is an illusion, it's a simulation. And if you don't understand that, then you haven't gotten to that level. But the more that you are pulled out of the illusion, the more that you are pulled out of the simulation, which, even the fact that if you do understand that life is a simulation, someone said, "Oh, millionaires are spiritual," right? There's a lot of spiritual millionaires. I've actually even been connecting with different millionaires. And the thing that I've noticed is that they understand the game of life. Cool, they can make money. But usually there's no difference between you and a millionaire other than $1 million idea. $1 million idea. That's the only difference. It's not, oh, this person is a god and they know all these things. And no, it's really just $1 million idea. The most normal or basic people become millionaires because they do the work. They do the work. And that's the thing. A lot of people will overthink. Oh, I need this idea and that idea and to do this and that. No, you just do the work. Build a social media, build a business, build a brand, build a company, market yourself, put yourself out there, start to offer a service, build yourself up, scale yourself. Um, and the thing what billionaires know is that life is a simulation. That's the only difference. They understand that we live in a quantum realm and a light illusion. And I noticed that as I was saying all that stuff, 3 people left. So that just shows, I mean, for me, I feel like I'm speaking truth on that matter, because this is real topics. How are you supposed to rise in the game of life if you're playing by Caesar's rules? You must develop, shape, and create your own rules based off your own matrix. Once you create these rules based off your own matrix, then you can start to play your own game. If you perceive reality as a simulation, as a illusion, but at the same time maintain grounded in that game, then you start to, I want to say, have more fun with the game. You start to have more fun with how you're playing and what you're doing. This is actually how I started to go from kind of bored to having a lot of fun, because I used to play a lot of video games. So now that I look at life as a video game, I'm trying to embrace the quests. I'm trying to embrace my goals, and I'm trying to build up my personal narrative, my personal character, right? Because as you character creation, right? Pertaining back to the destiny, who do you want to be? What do you want to do? Because that's really the whole point of this game. Everybody goes to college and school. They go to a job they think they want. They do all these things because the matrix tells them to. Their parents told them to. Life tells you to. But the thing is, all these people will tell you what they want. Oh, but that job doesn't benefit society. It's like a day trader doesn't benefit society either, but they have a job, because you can turn day trading into a job. Another thing that I've been embracing, right? The reason why they want you so focused on society and helping society is to take away from the individual, to take away from the self. But then when you start to do things that liberate just you, they don't like that. They don't want you making money. And these are actually the things that I'm going to start teaching in my Patreon, which I'll probably upload this as a starting video to a series, because this is just covering the beginning of a lot. I think that a lot of occultists, a lot of witches, a lot of magicians, shamans, I think that a lot of us need to grow economically, but not just through money. No, not just through paper. I think that we can grow through networking. I think that we can grow through helping each other. I think that we can grow through community, because it's not money that changes anybody's life. It's the wisdom. It's the wisdom. If you give someone wisdom, then they can go and make money. Then they can go and liberate themselves. Because at the end of the day, the one thing that I know, I've held this in my heart for many years as a shaman, after seeing, people not able to heal themselves, is that you can lead a fish, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So really, it's about, I think, giving everybody the tools and the knowledge, and then those that are ready to achieve, those that are ready for the next level, will go to the next level. And it's in that same way that I think that it's about, give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, right? Like, my whole life, that symbolism has never been more real. Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. In the beginning of this game, we're all given things, right? Our parents give us everything we need to thrive, right? But the thing is, not every parent will teach you about life, will teach you about the things you need to know and what you need to achieve, right? So it's in the same way that through Occultcattv, through my community pages, through my businesses, through my consultations, my spell work, through all that I am, I've now turned Occultcattv into a temple where you can gain many different forms of resources, many different forms of knowledge, and it's been that way since the beginning. So I will be leaving my data sets, right? I will be leaving the things that I've been collecting because I've been filming a lot of videos. And I think right now that if what I've truly noticed is that the moment people become economically liberated and they understand that money is no concept other than the value in which you give it, I think that's when people really start to evolve because money is a construct we give energy to. And it's to the point that it's been backed so much by energy that now it's a deified being. And on top of that, there's sigils on top of it to, if you aren't in the know, if you don't understand these sigils or your bloodline isn't tied to it, you're never going to understand what money is. You can get thousands of dollars, hell, you could get $100,000. But the thing is, to understand money, you have to break it down. You have to start to understand the vibration and the frequency of it. And once you start to understand that, you understand it's illusory. It's as if I put sigils on a piece of paper, handed that piece of paper to everybody, handed that piece of paper to select individuals, and then those select individuals determine the value. Why would you save money if they're endlessly printing money? They're endlessly printing this concept that everyone buys into, and there's someone right now working $15 an hour when they're endlessly printing it. So by removing the way in which you perceive money and then pulling yourself out of that narrative and out of that game and not focusing on the money so as much as the wisdom that you can accumulate to achieve that money, by focusing on the wisdom, that is how everything transpires and comes into being. One second, you guys. I have a phone call. Feel free to ask questions. I'm probably gonna head out in a second. It was just 33:33 as I as I got that call. Hello, Atanu. I've been having the desire to go home, not from this planet. How do I move forward from this? Okay, so I'm about to head out, but that is a very deep question. So if you feel like self-immolation or deletion, like going back home, the feeling of going back home usually arrives with some form of discomfort within yourself, right? So there's something that needs to be healed. Try to look into that core wound, right? Like maybe it's a wound from your spiritual parents. You feel left here and you're like, why'd you place me here? I don't want to be here. Like, fuck this right? And when you can, instead of have forgiveness, have gratitude, and have compassion for yourself, and then start to see why you're here, because you're here for a reason, Phoenix, and try to understand that reason. I would even recommend going to the beginning of this video. I talked about destiny and fate. Know your destiny. Try to go within yourself and uncover who you are and why you're here. Know thyself. Also, I want to say, so see the future. Ready for this day trading classes. I've been looking into Forex for a while. That's my boy, see the future. We got stuff coming. We got stuff coming. I really do want to teach people this stuff, day trading, especially for occultists. Continue the path. Continue the path, see the future. Belial's really good at Belial's really good at helping people understand that day trading. Also, Beelzebub led me to day trading. Trading is the original skill. We'll be going into that in later live streams. Yeah, Void Tripper. It really does make you feel like a dog just chasing. So try to understand how you can get out of that rat race, right? Try to use these beings, work with them, work with Mammon, try to understand money, right? That's all you need to do is just understand money. Beelzebub, my boy, that's my boy Kaizen. What's up, fam? Kaizen, look into day trading. Use the art of Kaizen in your day trading. You'll always be prosperous. Don't go for the heavy wins. Go for the slight increments every day. 20 bucks a day, 100 bucks a day. You're not trying to like that's how you lose is when you go too big. Today I'm wearing a sigil of Lord. Is it shout out to Azazel. Azazel helped me tremendously along this journey, especially my trials at Thaumael. Um, Spiritual parents and guardian daemons is one and the same. I think your parents are just more of the energies that are more parenting you, archetypes to help you understand yourself and what you'll evolve into, and then the rest are more of just guiding spirits. But I have to actually head out. So you guys have a beautiful and amazing day. Stay focused on your healing. Stay focused on your craft, the accumulation of wealth, health. Keep doing fitness, you guys. Stay manifesting and have a beautiful day. This my name's Atanu. This is Occultcattv. I'm out. Peace, you guys. You guys got this. Later. Peace. Also, look at this beautiful mural. Homie painted that. Homie painted that mural. Look at the Ganesha in the background. Okay, later, guys. Peace.